Hello and welcome to HIIT. I hope you're all well today and full of energy. So for today's class we are going to do 30, 30, 30. So it's 30 seconds cardio, 30 seconds conditioning and then a 30-second rest. I'm going to do a block and then Gaz is going to do a block and we're taking it in turns. So it's a bit of a Claire versus Gaz. There's no repetitions in any of the intervals today. So let's get nice and warm. Okay, so standing up nice and tall. Just march it out there. Well done. A few more. So I'm going to work the whole body here in the warm-up. Make sure everything's prepared for the class to come. And then change. A few more. Well done. Hold it here. Little rotation through the spine. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Just tap to the side. Warm up those hips. Take the arms out. Tap and step, tap, step, tap and step. Warm up those hips. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Just step side to side. Well done. Single arm circle. Round, down.
No more playing around when else the time to cross the line.
Double.
What's inside that soul, don't let you
Stretch
feel
it out.
mine. Come on, let's set our mind and bodies.
Well done. Hamstring curls, heel to butt. Stretch out those thighs. Lovely. Let's add some arms. Elbows, push them back. Fabulous. Take those arms up higher.
You wanna have a good time.
Keep it going.
If you
Step
wanna
and
have
reach.
good time, good time, good time.
Keep it going.
Good, good, good. Come on over if you
Walk
wanna
it
have.
forwards and back. Step knee. Walk forwards. And back we go. Step knee. Back to tap and slide. Tap, slide across. Excellent. Keep it going. 4 more. Last 2. Well done. Hamstring curls. Come forward this time. And then take it back. Lovely. Come forward. And back we go. Wide knee. There. 4 on this side. And then go the other side. Bend the knees. Last 2. Well done. Change side. Punch the arms.
If you wanna have a good time.
Excellent. Switch.
No more playing around when else the time to cross the line.
Excellent. Now tap behind you. Single tap. Take the arms forward.
No more playing around when else the time to cross the line.
Go with double tap.
What's inside that soul, don't let you
Change.
feel mine.
And again.
Come on, let's set our mind and
Well
bodies
done.
to
Double
divine.
taps to the side. Take the arms right up now. Keep it going. Fabulous. Last 2. Step and reach. Stretching out those shoulders. Take the arms over. Stretch that waist. Few more. 2 side steps. 31 arms at a time. Big stretch. Double arms. Keep that going. Walk it forwards. And back we go. Step knee. And walk forwards. And back we go. Step knee. Fabulous. Little jog. Just slow. Keep it nice and easy to start with. Then bring up your heels behind you if you want to. Heel here. Well done. Can we bring up the knees? Lovely. Half jacks just before. One full taps if you want to. Excellent. Are we ready for action then? I think we are. Nice and warm now. So change my music. Okay, so we're going to do one cardio move, one conditioning move, and then you get a rest. So it's 30 seconds cardio, 30 seconds conditioning, and then 30 seconds rest. I'm going to do one combination, and then Gaz is going to do one combination. We're going to keep alternating, okay? So it's a Claire versus Gaz style HIIT today. Okay, so my first cardio move, just keeping it really simple. So just some running. So you're just going to run backwards and forwards. Now, if you've got space to run, then use that space. If not, then you just run on the spot. So you could do some high knee runs, or just some jogging on the spot is fine. So because I'm keeping in this quite a small space here, I'm turning that way and then turning that way. Okay, hold it here. I'm going to squat, 2, 3 and lift. Squat, 2, 3 and lift. There, squeeze, squeeze and up. You could take the arms, 2, 3 and lift it. Down, 2, 3, bring it up. 3, 2, 1 and bring it up. 3, 2, 1 and up. One more time. And release. Okay, Gaz is in. What are you doing first? Skaters is the cardio move, and then lunges forwards. Okay, so lunge dips are you doing? Or just forward lunges? Just forward lunges. Okay, so alternate forward lunges. Okay, so first move is your skaters. You want to demonstrate one so they know what to do?
Exercise 1 in 4.
Tapping them toe behind. Ready? Go. Take the arms out like you mean it. There we go. A bit more power. Oh. Take the arms up at shoulder height, so really go for it. I don't know, you look like a bit of a dab dancer. You're saying, why did I do this? He had free choice. That's what he chose. Okay, forward lunges then. So he's staying on the same side. So forward lunge, and then he's changing halfway. Keep your head and chest lifted. And you're aiming for 2 right angles. So one in the front leg and one in the back leg. So changing side now. The back heel coming off the ground, keeping your upper body up nice and tall. So that upper body stays as straight as it does when you're standing up. So you wouldn't stand up like that, okay? So make sure you're standing straight. Okay, next move that I'm going to do, going to go with jacks and spotty dogs, okay? So jacks and then spotty dogs, and then I'm going to bring you onto the mat for your conditioning move, okay? So march it out. If you want to have a little jog while you're waiting. So in these 30-second rests, if you want to keep your step count out, keep marching or jogging. Ready? Jacks, here we go. Then spotty dog, swing it through. Arms up nice and high. Kiri jacks. And spotty dogs. Now if that's too much for you, you could instead tap it here and then tap it back. There. Okay, so there's your alternative if you need it.
Exercise 2.
Spotty dogs. Okay, onto your mat. So I'm going to ask you, roll down, arms over, roll back, and then 4 of these. So then you're coming down, arms over, come back up, 4, so you're still leaning back, and a bit of a Russian twist. So come down, and then come up, hold it here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Gaz is coming in. What are you doing this time? He says that he thinks he needs to apologise to you for what I've just made you do. They enjoyed it. What are you doing now? High knees run. Okay, and then side crunches, so knee to elbow. Okay, so remember what I said, keep the feet moving in between, whether that's just marching or jogging. So high knees run, 30 seconds, go. And obviously if that's too much for you, you could just do a knee lift here without the impact. If you want to make that harder, you could take those arms overhead and do a bit of a rope pull at the same time. Could you just demonstrate that? Okay, so if you want to work harder, the arms go higher, your heart's got to work harder to pump if your arms are above your head. Okay, so side bends there, so your knee staying on that side until halfway, and then you're switching. Fabulous. Keep it going.
Halfway there.
So change side. So I'm not going to repeat any of these moves today. Everything's going to be different. We're going to try not to. Ready? Excellent. Okay. So my next moves are going to be skipping. So little skips here, little bounce skips. If that's too much, you could do a kind of a jog, so keep it low. You could even just march it and skip your arms instead. Okay, so there's your cardio move. Your conditioning move, going to come onto the mat, and we're going to go with some back extensions, okay? So get ready, with a slight variation there. Ready to skip? So remember, option, you could make that into a jog, or just a little low march, okay? But bouncing if you can. Take those arms a bit higher if you can as well. Get those arms working. Well done. Little light bouncing.
Exercise 2 in 4.
Okay, so bring yourself down onto your mat. I want your elbows in an L. So you're going to come up and look under. There's a bit of a rotation. You look underneath your elbow, so you're coming up and around at the same time.
Halfway there.
Breathe. So you're working the shoulders and working through the back.
Take a 30-second
Good strengthening move.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And rest. Okay. What's on your plan next, Gaz? Burpees. He's getting it out there. And standing up standard sit-ups. I thought he said standing sit-ups, okay? Standard sit-ups. You can do it standing. Often with a knee makes it a bit easier. Right then. So, burpees to start with. Will you demonstrate an easier version after you've done a couple of normal ones? Okay, so this is a normal burpee. Okay. But if that was too much for you, you can put your hands down, walk out, walk in, and then reach up. Okay, so you go at your own pace. You can go back to your normal ones now. You don't need to demonstrate 10 of those. He would if he could.
Exercise 2.
Okay, so you're coming onto your back, feet on the floor, fingertips by your temples, fist gap between your chin and your chest, looking up at the ceiling as you crunch up. If you want to make that harder, you take those legs up high. If you need to make it easier, put your hands on your knees or across your chest so you're not lifting your arm weight as well. Well done, keep it going, breathing out as you go up, breathing in as you come down.
Rest in 4, 3, 2.
Well done. Okay. Did they say last phase? So I think you might have a bit of a rest now. So just grab yourself a drink before we do that next phase. So what I'm going to do as my next cardio move, I'm going to go jog, jog, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And again, you could do that 1, 1, march 2, 3, 4. So you can take the impact out completely. Okay. Then I'm going to come onto my mat here, elbow, and I'm going to come onto my knee as well. there. So into my side plank position here, coming up into a side plank, arm and leg going up and down
Get
there.
ready.
Okay?
Your
And then when it's
training
halfway, we switch.
continues in 4,
Okay?
3,
Ready?
2,
Let's go. So it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2. See if you can spring a bit further to the side. And then in the middle jog. So over and over. If that feels too much, just keep it here. Okay, don't want any issues going on with your knees or your ankles. So if you're not sure, keep it in the middle.
exercise 2 in 4,
Well done.
2,
What did I say I was just about to do then? Side plank on my knee. Forgot then. Here we go. So onto your knee and then there. Stretch it over. If that was too much, you could do this instead, which is
halfway there.
a bit of a less intense move if you needed it. Or you could just hold that side plank. Okay?
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3,
Just do a couple more because we took the time to turn over. There we go. And rest. Right then. What's up? What's up next? Not what's up.
halfway there.
Side shuffle and a strike, so punch across, and then side lunges with an overhead press, okay? So lateral lunges, okay? So shuffle and then punch across. Don't punch the wall. He's making sound effects as well. I always feel like I need to do that when I do any kind of combat moves. It's all of the growing up in the 80s with the Batman comics, isn't it? Pow! Pooh. That was special effects back in the day, wasn't it? Ready? Okay. So lateral lunge, stretch up and then come in. So big out to the side, reaching up, coming in and together. So you leave one leg behind, the leg you go out to is the bent leg. Stretch it up, bring it in.
Halfway there.
Well done. What's the facial expression for you? Oh, you have to do that as well.
Take a 30-second rest in 4,
He says, or you can stick your tongue out at me if you want.
2, 1.
Okay, and rest. Right there. Next move then. So I'm going to go for mountain climbers. Okay, so mountain climbers, and then going to come over onto your back, and I'll tell you what the next move is after that. So into this position. Remember, if a mountain climb is too much for you, I always have options, so I'll show you that in a second as well. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, come out into your plank and then here. So this is where I'd like you to be if you can, but if that's too much, bring your knee into your chest and just do it there. Okay, so you go with what's best for you.
Halfway there.
Keep it going, loads of energy.
Exercise 2.
Okay, come over onto your back, into a shoulder bridge, here, and then you're going to go heel, heel, in and in. So the heel comes out, heel, in and in. When it's halfway, we lead with the other side. Heel, heel, in. Keep that bottom lifted, it's hard, but keep that bottom up. If it's too much, then just go into a normal shoulder bridge instead. And rest. Okay, what are you doing next then, guys? Heel flicks, okay, and then
Halfway there.
so plank, but going onto your elbows, down, down, up, up, which is a bit of an evil thing to do. He says not as evil as me. Go. So lift those heels up behind you. So you're nearly not quite kicking your bum. not anybody else's bum.
Halfway there.
And obviously you could take the impact out there and just lift up the heels behind you without the jumping if that was better for you.
Exercise 2 in 4.
Okay, ready?
1.
So he's going into a plank position, onto his elbows and then up onto his hands. Okay, alternating if you can. If that's too much, you just hold that plank or hold a half plank position onto your knees, okay? If you're going onto your elbows, keep your arms aligned. Try not to bring your hands in together if you can help it. So the hands stay in line with the shoulder, with the elbow.
Take a 30-second
Try not to wiggle your bum, come on. Couple more. You did it to yourself. Were you regretting that? No? Okay, this time I'm going to take Gaz's shuffle and I'm going to add a jack to the end of it. Okay, so shuffle across and then jacks, shuffle back and jacks. Okay, so that's your cardio move. Conditioning move, I'm going to come into a child's pose position. I'm going to have my thumbs up towards the ceiling and pulse it there. Okay, ready, shuffle. Jack, jack, shuffle. And jack. Now if that was too much, you could half jack here. Okay? So your choice. Shuffle.
Halfway there.
And then jack. Keep it going. Well done everyone.
Exercise 2 in 4. 3.
Okay, so child's pose position. I'm going to face away from you. Head's on the floor. I'm going to hold it up here and pulse. Now if that was too much for you, you could bring it right down, right up, so it has a mini rest at the bottom. Or you could just lift up one arm at a time. But if you can, hold it up and pulse. Really squeeze those shoulders.
Take a 30-second rest.
Not yet.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And rest. Well done. Okay, what's next on the agenda? Okay, oh, he's being very ambitious here. Oh, no, the legs go straight if you're doing that one. Yeah, on Strong Nation one, the legs are straight, so just do that, but the legs are straight, don't bend at the knee. Yeah, don't have to go up as high, but the legs don't bend. He's trying to nick my move from Strong Nation. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, take the legs out long, straight leg if you can, there we go. Okay, little jogs there. So you're trying to keep those legs out long. Now, it is quite hard, isn't it? Come on, you can do it. You chose it. Come on. Come on, loads of energy. Keep it going. You're over halfway. Keep pushing to the end now. Keep that bottom down if you can. What's the next move? V-sits. Okay. Do you enjoy that then? No. I give him a free choice and he chooses something and then complains about it. Honestly, I can't win, can I? There we go. Breathe. Keep a fist gap between the chin and the chest. Point the toes. Well done, not yet. Excellent. And rest. Well done. Oh, it's a 60-second rest, is it? Ah, I was ready to go then. We've got another rest. Grab yourself a drink. I'm sure you're glad of the drink because you're doing twice as much as us, aren't you? So grab a drink, keep the feet moving. And if you've done this with us today, then please let us know how you found it at the end. Okay, and see if you managed to do it without pulling all of the facial expressions of somebody over there. Okay, so my next moves that I'm going to do, I'm going to ski jump side to side here. Okay, that's going to be my cardio move. My conditioning move, I'm going to lie on my tummy. I'm going to lift up opposite leg, opposite arm. My thumbs facing the ceiling, so I'm really working on the glutes and I'm working on the shoulders there. Okay?
Your training continues.
A little bit Pilates-esque. Ready? Ski jumps.
1.
So spin on a diagonal, pushing those elbows back behind you and go at your own pace. Don't have to go with me. Well done. Now obviously, if that was too much, you could do a step side to side, still with the elbows going, if the jumping was too much. Or just keep it smaller. Okay, onto your tummy. So arms out, legs out, and then lift. So the head lifts off the mat, but you're still facing the mat, so don't turn your head and look forward. Keep looking down. You won't lift up necessarily super high, that doesn't matter. Just make sure you can feel those shoulders and the glutes working. And your back.
30-second rest in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, rest. Gaz is back. Alternate floor taps. And then sumo squats. Okay? You want to look happy about that? He says he's tired. I've just made him film 3 little lean classes as well. So if we're looking a bit warm, that's why.
Exercise 1 in 4, 3, 2,
Ready?
1.
Go! So he's got one arm down, one arm up. When you go up, you could take both arms up if you wanted to. And also if you wanted to take out the bounce, you could do the same thing, slow it down, just touch the floor without bouncing. Big deep breaths.
Exercise
Keep it going.
2 in 4, 3,
We're not finished yet.
1.
So take the legs wide. Okay, we're doing the, okay. Take it a little bit wider if you can. And really sit down on it. A bit wider still.
Halfway there.
There we go. Keep your head lifted. The heels coming up to your bottom. Or not quite.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3,
Well done.
2, 1.
And rest. Excellent. Do you want to just check on the dogs? Right then, he says he might not come back, he'll get cuddled. So I'm going to do 2 side steps and then a box step. 2 side steps and a box step, okay? So that's going to be my cardio move. And then the conditioning move, I'm going to come into a crunch position. So I'm going to crunch, tap my knees, back to my temples and then lower down,
Exercise
okay?
1 in 4.
So 2 side steps. Now, 2 side steps and then box. So 2 side steps and then a box. A bit aerobic-y for you. Box there. 2 steps and a box. Keep it going. Now if the box jump was too much, you could just step that out and you could step across. It's up to you. But if you can, have a little jump.
Exercise 2 in 4.
Well done. So onto your back. Feet on the floor. Lift, tap, here and back down. Come up, tap the knees, there, and bring it down. Now if that's too much, just go with a basic crunch without that pause at the top of the feet.
Halfway there.
Keep it going, breathe.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2, 1.
And rest. Okay? What are you doing this time, Gaz? Deep jacks. And then he thought of something and then it's disappeared. That happens to me as well. I think it's because you're old. Superman with a reach around so your hand comes to your foot. Yeah? Okay, he's remembered.
Get ready.
Do you need me to remind you in a sec?
Exercise 1 in 4, 3,
Ready?
2,
Go! Now obviously if a deep jack is too much for you, do a normal jack or do a half jack. So really making sure you're going low with the bum, that the heels are on the floor and that your head and chest is lifted. Keep that going.
Exercise 2 in 4.
Well done, nearly. Okay, so Superman position. Nice and strong over there. Rotate in and bring it back down. So you're working the core muscles there. done.
there.
In and back. Well done. Imagine that something's on your back. Your favourite drinks are on a tray on your back. You don't want it to fall off.
In 4,
Well done.
2,
And rest. Okay. Right then, next move that I'm going to do, I'm going to go, as I'm thinking into an aerobicsy way now because I did those 2 steps in a box step. So I'm going to go with a grapevine L. Okay, let's just do it. So a grapevine L, so grapevine here, and then grapevine there, and then come back
get ready.
the way that you came. Okay,
Exercise
so
1.
there's your first move.
4,
Ready?
3, 2,
Here we go. And then back. Now obviously if that's too much for your space, you could just grapevine side to side, or just go with a couple of side steps.
halfway there.
And back. Well done, keep it going.
Exercise 2 in 4.
I'm going with tricep dips, okay? So on your bottom, fingers facing the same way as your toes, back and lift. Keeping a fist gap between your chin and your chest. There and lift. You could slow that down to work harder. You could lift your bottom off the mat to work harder still. So I'm working the backs of those arms. Keep it going.
Take a 30-second rest. In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. What's the cardio move next then? So he's going to bounce with alternate arm going up, okay? And then what's your conditioning move? Bicycle crunches,
Halfway there.
okay? I wonder if you can lip read. See if you can do that next time. I won't tell you what it is.
Get
I will.
ready. Exercise 1.
He says just lie on the floor.
4, 3, 2, 1. Last phase.
So jumping side to side. After this it will say your workout's complete, but it's not. I hate to break it to you. Just in case you hear that and you suddenly think, oh, I'm done. You're not. It's just that this track is not quite long enough, so we just have to rewind it a little bit. Not too much though, you are really nearly there.
Exercise 2 in 4, 3,
Okay,
2.
so coming onto your mat, bicycle crunches. So opposite elbow to knee. The knees start above the hips, and then you point the toes if you can and really lengthen through the body.
Halfway there.
Keep it going. Keep the fist gap between your chin and your chest. Look up at the ceiling, not your knees.
4, 3,
Well done.
2, 1.
Your workout is not complete.
Your workout is
The
complete.
man's a liar. Don't listen
Well
to any of
done.
it. I'm going to restart. Just a sec. There we go. Grab yourself a drink though. We'll give you a chance to get a drink. Okay, we are so close, everyone. So grab a quick drink. Then I'll tell you what we're doing next. Okay, so just jogging it out. So I'm going to start with a big spring forwards and then 2 little jumps back is going to be my first move. Then I'm going to come onto my back and I'm going to do some moves for the tummy. Okay?
Your training
No, I know what they are.
starts in 4,
Ready?
3,
So big spring forwards, back, here and back. There if you can. So bend those knees, big power jump forwards. Now if that's too much, you could do a squat, just stay with a squat. Or you could box step, so you can come forwards and back there. Okay, your choice. Gonna carry on? There we go. Just get that beat.
Exercise 2 in 4,
Okay, coming onto your back.
2, 1.
Take the legs up in the air, point the toes. Circle both legs out to the sides. Now the bigger your circles, the harder this will be. I'm trying not to kick my banner, so I'll come over a little bit more.
Halfway there.
So now can you circle inwards? And the bigger the circles, the harder it is. So if you need to make it easier, you stick with little
Take a
circles up to the
30-second
top.
rest. In 4, 3, 2.
Okay, and rest. What are you doing now, Gaz? He's going to do cowboy jumps with battle ropes. I look forward to seeing. Would you like to demonstrate some of this? And then you... Okay, he's going to... Isn't he having a lovely time there? Okay, ready? Can we look like we're properly slamming them though, and getting those arms involved instead of like you're having a tantrum? Come on. I apologise for this. I promise it's okay really. Come on.
Exercise 2.
Well done.
4, 3,
Okay, next move. What are we doing? Some squat pulses while he gets himself back together again. Well, he's had a lovely time doing that anyway. I hope you did as well. Squeeze those glutes. Come on, not stopping. Squeeze, squeeze.
Take a 30
Well done,
second
nearly.
rest. In 4, 3,
Excellent. And rest. Fabulous. Okay. Right then, next move. Sort this out. So I'm going to pony side to side, and then I'm going to speed it up. So those jumps will be similar to Gaz's. So I'm going to go here, 2, 3, 4, and then speed it up. Okay, so slow and then fast.
Exercise 1.
And obviously if it's too much, stay with the slow. Ready? Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Speed it up. Do it again. So slow. 2, 3, 4. Speed it up. And again.
Halfway there.
And then speed it up. When we come onto the mat, we're coming onto our side this time. So 4, 3, 2,
Exercise 2.
speed it up.
4,
Okay, onto your side. Take that arm out long. Lie on your hip. Hold that foot up. Little pulses there. Squeeze. Work that hip, work those glutes. When it's halfway, you're going to flip straight over onto the other side. Flex the
halfway
foot.
there.
Change side. You don't have to turn like me. Just go onto, so you're facing the other way.
Take a 30
Flex that
second
foot.
rest. In
Ooh.
4, 3, 2,
Just do a couple more. And then rest. Well done. Gaz, you're up. Okay. And this is going to be the last set. No pressure. What are you going to finish with then?
1. Halfway there.
So 3 little steps and a high knee. So the knee's coming across, is it? Okay.
Get ready. Exercise 1.
Okay. Lunge forward, side,
2,
and back.
1.
So knee. 1, 2, 3. Lift the knee. Loads of energy. It's your last little combination. Well done. Keep it going.
Halfway there.
Big deep breath.
Exercise 2 in 4, 3, 2.
Okay. So it's forward, in, forwards and in from corner. Other side, out to the side. Other side, and then straight back. And then going again forwards. Keep the head and chest lifted. Other side, from corner. Lateral lunge.
Take
Come
a
on, go
30
for it.
second rest.
Take it back.
4,
And last time.
2, 1.
And you are done. Well done. Right then, let's have some stretchy music on. Okay, so bring yourself down onto the mat. Point your toes. Arms overhead. Really lengthen through the body. Stretching out all the way from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Taking a good deep breath just there. And then just floating your arms back by your sides. bending your knees. Take your arms out to the sides here. Just drop your knees to one side, turn your head and release through the side of your body. Then bring it through the centre, go over the other way and release that way. Taking a few good deep breaths there as well. And then bring it back through to the centre. Lifting up one leg, hold on behind the thigh and let's give those hamstring muscles a good stretch. Walk your hands up behind your calf muscle if you can and then flex that foot. Really stretch it out. And then bring the foot down across you there so the ankle's resting on the knee, this knee out to the side. Going to lift the leg that's on the floor, pull in and stretch out for the glutes. Flex the foot here. And again, big deep breaths. And then uncross the leg, put that foot down, extend and stretch out for the other side. Big deep breaths again, and as you exhale you release the tension in those hamstrings. Walking your hands up behind the calf muscle if you can and flexing that foot. And then taking your ankle across, knee goes out to the side, lifting the leg that's on the floor, pulling in and just giving those glutes a good release. Sometimes find that one side's tighter than the other. It's definitely tighter on this side for me today. And then uncross that leg, bring the chin into your chest, pull that leg to come up to sitting, soles of your feet together, and just allow the knees to drop out to the side, sitting up nice and tall, stretching out those inner thighs. Fabulous. Can you bring your heels in a little bit closer towards you and you'll find that stretch deepens. And then you can take the feet further away and just fold forwards if that feels okay for you and stretching out through your lower back. And then bring yourself back in again. Just coming into this kind of asymmetrical, that's the word. We've got asymptomatic, it's on the news all the time, isn't it, position. So you've got your foot against your thigh, hand comes out to the side and stretch over your waist there. And then come over here, stretch that side and you won't get as far. And then put that hand down and then switch over this way. So this hand comes down, we go over there and that's an easier one. This hand comes down, go over, and you won't get as far. And then bring it back. Okay, coming onto your tummy now. So just break dance yourself around until you're lying flat on your tummy. Lift up one foot behind you, hold onto the foot, push in with the hips, scoop up with the knee, and stretch out for those quads and into the hip flexors. Release that foot down. Let's lift up the other side, pushing in with the hips, scooping up with the knee, stretching out for the other side. And then releasing that one down as well. Put your hands next to your shoulders. Just push up and stretch through your hip flexors and your back, and then come up onto all fours. So hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Arch and dip your back. Just release any tension in your back. Still breathing deeply. Bring it into the centre. Take your knees wide, feet together. Sit on your heels. Push away the arms. And let's stretch all the way through. Releasing your shoulders. Releasing your back. Pull yourself back up into an all fours position, and then this time I'm just going to slide one arm forwards, lower my head down, just give that arm a good stretch there. And then bring that arm back under your arm away, just drop your head down, just release that. And then bring it back. Take the knees wider, feet together, just sit back again, one more time, stretch it out there. And then lift up your bottom, tuck your toes under, push back into your heels, feel that good stretch coming through the calf muscles. And then walk your hands into your toes. Soften your knees, let your arms hang, let your head hang. Roll yourself up slowly with your head coming up last of all. When you make it to the top, roll your shoulders back and down, taking a big deep breath. Stretch up, stretch over, bring it into the centre, coming over to the other side, take it back to the centre, take your arms wide, and give yourself a big clap. Well done, and thanks for joining us today. Hope you've enjoyed that. Had a good workout, and I will see you